So game 4. Let's go play in save 3. So we're going to spin. Okay, we see the Lissandra game coming in, probably matching the Urgot. We haven't seen an Urgot met this tournament so far. We've seen Kaisa, and the other side instead of Evolution, we're seeing the Tristana, which is really interesting. We are seeing also LeBlanc, which I think is really good right now as a blind pick. She doesn't have many bad matchups, and even if she gets countered, the champion is really good. So we're seeing Nocturne from Blaver, the Bandeliona. So things changing already on this kind of draft. So Thresh coming in for Zayzal. I think Thresh can be a really good champion, like I said last time, but I just don't like it with Tristana. I don't know if with Kaisa is pretty much the same, because Kaisa, you know, you have the scaling thing with this. Maybe it's better because I think that um, Kaisa can win lane sometimes, where Tristana most of the time will lose against the Bears and those kind of champions. And with Kaisa, because the cool is such a low cooldown, you sometimes start winning lanes that you shouldn't. One example being all the utility AD carries like Bears and Ashe, their main abilities have really long cooldowns. So if you get to use your Q twice as a Kaisa during that cooldown time, you're pretty much having one more spell on them for trade things like this. Galio coming in, probably counter of LeBlanc or the match that they just are willing to use. Nocturne Galio is a really deadly combination, especially if you already have a Kaisa. So C9 has a lot of dive in their composition. If anything, the thing that dives the least from C9 is Thresh, and that's like so you see there's a Yuani Braum at the end. And that was there used to be a really good combo, and I think it still is, but I don't think you should play that. I think that you should look for this corner, Gragas, those kind of things. I didn't actually check if that was banned or not, but whatever. If not, you worst case you have to see Yuani Braum, which is still good, but I don't think that's like the best thing. You know, as it used to be sometimes. Um, at some point. We see Doran Drink start for Kaisa. Um, well, that's fine. Definitely you push in this lane because you have the Thresh, and I think that's really good. The jump on Seiso, when you Seiso wasn't there, that was a really good level 1. That was creative. Wonder what they. Maybe they could have gotten the kill if they had just exhausted him or something. That was really good. That level 1 was cool. That was really good. Zazel has Hex Flash. Um, I'm not a fan of that because you can Hex Flash, but then if you hook, then you can Hex Flash E. I think that's okay. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's good even. Well, yeah. Jensen, yeah, he wasn't showing any abilities, but he now showed few. So I really don't like any of the chromas from that skin of Gravio. I think the original is just the best. Um, yeah, Lisandra counter again for the Urgot. Um, I don't think it's necessarily a counter, but you basically get a lane to CS in your Lisandra. Lisandra is definitely one of those champions that if she gets even or a little bit behind in a lane, she can do a lot of work. We see 3 people helping on the crab bottom, just helping secure the crab. We now see Blabber getting the crab in the other side. Blabber, the 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 red college because I'm seeing that he did this recap stuff. So he did that, and he's now going to look for a gank. Now he will probably then look to get all his bot side. He's getting the blue on top of that. If he can get the enemy blue, okay, he's just gonna go back and do his bot side. Once he does his bot side, he's just gonna be so far ahead afterwards. He's gonna be even basically, but in the end, he already did the columns and oh, Citroni also did the same thing, so it doesn't matter. I think that that's gonna be the standard path. Unfortunately, doing golems, red golems, it's really good because you get that experience advantage. Experience is more important than gold even sometimes. Even if you get double crab at certain matchups that are bad, the enemy jungler will have two crabs, but you're gonna have double golems eventually, and you will have more experience than the enemy jungler. That's crazy. Like having more experience. The gold you don't care that much sometimes. So Nocturne didn't do Blabber didn't do the drum, so he's a little bit far behind. A little behind a little bit behind, sorry about that. Now we're seeing him doing the second golem on spawn, and we're not seeing that being matched by Sejuani. Oh, he didn't do golems, he's looking for the gank. But I think that if you do golems on the second spawn too, if the enemy jungler did the same thing as you did of doing the red golem, uh, the one that does golems on spawn gets a huge advantage from having the golems already um, on a timer. So really nice gang. I think that Lysandra has so much setup in her kit, so and that's without the level 6. Now Santins doesn't have flash, so you can just keep getting those ganks going. Sienna was spotted on the ward. That's why you see Tristana now pushing into the Kaisa Thresh. Um, I think eventually they'll just have the push back again, especially here that the wave is bouncing to the enemy side. So yeah, with her tempo, you can see Ranger placed this ward, which basically means that when he saw an off top, he was able to drop that ward, and those wards are really good when the enemy didn't notice that you were on that side or didn't notice that you had a pink word on your inventory. Because if you gank top and you saw, say you earlier, and you saw pink word on her inventory, you will be more aware of those things. You will be looking more for those kind of words. So those sneaky words when the enemy team doesn't notice that you were on that side, you were there, things like this, or that you have a word on your inventory, those are really deadly. Santos is catching second everywhere because he doesn't have flash and he's against Lissandra, so Lissandra Nocturne in fact, so both are level 6, so he has to play really scared here, actually. So Johnny seeing on a ward here. Um Laver already found no, he didn't found the thing, so that's good for Cameroon. They can keep the ward there. They know that Laver was bottom. They mis-executed the gang. Licorice didn't even have flash, so by failing on the gank, that gives C9 the trade. So yeah, you hate to see that because if Lissandra dies there, then the not having flash on Santis becomes less relevant. He actually has spellbook, so he can get cleanse out of that, but like it's not optimal. I feel like that you really want the Ignite to for the gank. So we're seeing C9 going for a 5-man play bottom with Galio Nocturne. I think that's one of the ways you can play this comp, and they have so much dive in their champions. Like they have Lissandra, Galio, Nocturne, Kaisa. Like they can just go in and kill them. That's what happens when you're playing against a comp, I guess. So yeah, now they don't have summoners for the next combo, so it really sucks and it really feels bad when you see the 4 summoners being used on a ball lane, and they will have like Nocturne will have ultimate again. Same with Galio and things like this. And Nocturne's use the rune that's called Presence of Mind, so that means that Nocturne's gonna have ultimate really soon actually because he got 2 kills slash assists. So he almost has ulti again. So yeah, Tristana and Braum don't have flash. So Nocturne doing golems again. I like this a lot. Doing golems every time you have them available. Last time I didn't remember if he went back to the golems. Maybe he didn't go back for the golems. And this is the first time he's doing them. Jensen grabbing the craft. That's really good. Even if you lose CS, crafts are just that good, and that was a really nice trade on Sneaky. But he has to stay with the how do you call it? How does that one is called? No, he has the fleet footwork. I think it's called. Um, so yeah, not good Hasolti again. Ooh, very nice awareness from C9. Okay, yeah, they're diving C9 now, but they're turning it around. And yeah, Jensen is behind. Oh, Blabber went in a little bit early. I feel like, yeah, now they can now get more. They kind of could have gotten more, but Blabber went in like really early. He died. So yeah, C9 managed to defend, but okay, Cook on Ranger. Um, mm, yeah, play ends there basically. Okay, slowly but surely, LeBlanc is getting like the Gallia chunk there. Look here, Nocturne can wait for the Gallia to be closer, and then he can go. So that at least if he dies, Gallia gets something done. So C9 lost first turret there. That eventually was going to happen. From what we saw, the turret was pretty low already. What I like from Kaboom is that they are already swapping because even though Drake is gonna spawn, there isn't an turret bot for them, so they can actually try to look and get the Herald here. So that's pretty good for them. Um, yeah, I like what we are seeing out of Kaboom here because they're getting the turret, they're trading, but they are most likely gonna go for the Herald after. So even if C9 tries to contest it, they have to face check the area that Kaboom has control of. So they're gonna get the Reap Herald, and they're gonna trade that still for the Drake, the Ocean. But I think that's better. So you can try to paddle mid then, and then you get all the 3 outer turrets, and then you can start playing your game. You have more map control that way. But yeah, double Ocean is kind of good also. Later on, even if you get chunked, then you don't because you have double Ocean. C9 stayed bot after the Drake, looking for the Nocturne play on the we got, but I hate to see those plays when the enemy team has Herald. Herald, you're letting the enemy team split the map up on your play. So basically, what I'm trying to say with this is that if the enemy team has Herald, look to match every time. Because if you're matching lanes, matching plays, matching everything, if you're matching the same lanes, top against top, bot lane, like you wanna keep those interactions. And I know that they already had swap, but yeah, just recall as fast as you can, then start matching lanes. Because if you don't match lanes, you by doing a play on your own, you're letting the enemy team just herald the lane where they have the numbers advantage. And you don't wanna let the enemy team herald when they have the numbers advantage. Because then the herald gets more than one turret. Gets way more than one turret. And it's much faster at pushing than any other thing in the game. And so if you get the kill on the workout, they are getting turrets already. They just one shot turrets with Herald, and you're not getting turrets yet. So if you want to trade after a kill, it's gonna be much harder. What we saw there was just a kill top. Kaboom now is in a really good spot actually in this game, and man, I think that the wildcard teams are just way better than they used to be. Now we're seeing like actually really good games. We saw that yesterday. We did too. Even Ascension showing good games against Supermassive even. Um, and now we saw the Tenacious Focus Me really almost winning against C9. Now we're seeing this out of Kaboom. That's a really good sign to see. Gambit kind of fell a little bit against G-Rex, but that I think the elements of reviews have really like after seeing them play and after seeing how they can against Gambit, I feel like LMS is actually way better region than not way better, but actually somewhat better than the LCS regions. I actually think that uh, the LMS is going to be better this year from what I saw. And it's really risky because every time you expect something out of the LMS, they just choke and lose every game. And when you do not expect anything, then Flash loses a lot of, okay, ends up first place on groups at LSI. So yeah, just a recent with C9. C9 has a lot of things on the top side. I like that. They have a lot of things there. And now KBM is going to try to retake the vision, and C9 is not really contesting that. So they're allowing them to take the vision, but they got their recalls out from leaving the vision basically. So now we see Licorice trying to contest a bit the vision there. Um, game's even now, and what I would like to see is C9 hover top a little bit so that they can get that turret, so they can start being ahead again. Mm, yeah, like this. Okay. Uh, whoa. Oh yeah, Alessandra with Galleon Nocturne. Like this is what I was talking about in other videos. Like every time I brought this up, but it's really important. If you're able to make enough time, and your team can always collapse, right? So those are things that are really important. Licorice made so much time with the old Sonias that he allowed for C9 to collapse with their globals. I think that is really important to know to have in a team. And then it extended for too long that here C9 has a numbers advantage because C9 has the globals, right? But if this extends furthermore, then Kaboom will have an edge because Kaboom members that didn't use anything on this fight, which are the bot lane and top lane, will eventually be here, and now they will be in the fight. So now, since it extended, Kaboom is now in a position where they still have cooldowns, they cannot fight, things like this. And so basically, if it extended just a bit, then C9 has an edge. But since it extended too much, now Kaboom has an edge because the rest of the Kaboom members made enough time for the rest of the other members to come and get the fight. Basically, LeBlanc and Ranger and Nintendo made enough time for the rest of the team. Now we're seeing a Baron, which actually maybe if they executed a little bit better, they're able to get it, but they weren't. So C9 pulled off basically the 2v4 miracle play to stop the Baron. Mm. So C9 is now ahead again because of the mid turret. So despite C9 losing fights like this, they're being even competitive in this game. But I like that Kaboom is like it's hitting hard. um, Locket on Sejuani it's kind of okay. I think that the Locket is a really good buy against the Lissandra Gallia. Kaisa. Kaisa deals some magic damage, but it's more about the double AP solo gamers. Um, Catch on Togalio. They couldn't one shot, they couldn't get the kill, but they get the kill on Nocturne, so not bad. I think they keep doing like this, they're just winning. Um, for the who don't know, these are my first impressions. I haven't seen any of the games. I don't know if actually Kabul won. Uh, that would be really good for the Wildcard regions if we could pull more than one upset. We already had the Supermassive against G2, which shouldn't be an upset because actually Supermassive is the one wildcard that can beat the major regions more often than not. So, but it's still considered an upset because we are wildcard regions, you know. Uh, yeah, game 7 again. C9 has the 3 Drakes, which can be a really good win con once you have the other Drake available. Yeah, they're just hunting Jensen every time he goes for the top wave, which is good. I like to see this kind of thing. Oh, yeah, Lantern. Sure. Yeah, the goal difference is like, Yeah, it was like a roller coaster and then kind of stabilized into like the game that we were seeing. Zay's old Flash, Johnny Rangers just getting old after old. Every time he has it, he's looking for a play. That's a really good thing. Yeah, Titan just wants it. Oh my god, you hate to see that. Like, yeah, Titan just jumped in, and I respect that. I think that was just fine, but none of his teammates were close or around, and in doing that, he then found himself in a situation where the enemy team just jumped into him, and he didn't have jump. So yeah, he also used both summoners. So now we see this could be the 2v4 miracle like C9 pull off against Kaboom a while ago, but it's not gonna happen. C9 is a much more disciplined team in that way. Like this band, they just split the members of Kaboom, the two members that were alive, and they were able to get the band. Like that kind of jump can be okay if you have more people closer, but Sejuani wasn't there, LeBlanc wasn't there, and if then that's the case, don't do it. So that's it. Like you can go for those kind of things because that can give you that direction can give you things. Like you can kind of if you can jump like that onto Kais and then Kaisa goes back and then they jump on you, but you have everyone behind you, it's fine. But if you don't have anyone of your team behind, so like it's no point of doing that. Oh, he missed everything. He missed the two distortions and the chain. So yeah. Now Cena is getting the Inferno Day, which is pretty good for them. Now, once Elder is available, they're just four driven. Oh, that was Kaboom, sorry, my bad. So now there's Elder for C9. And Kaboom made the call or the decision to take the Drake there, which is fine. They basically traded their mid turret for that, which is fine because it's not an interior turret. They cannot defend this big wave. They're playing 4-1 C9, but the big wave is topside. And I know that they ended up being with 4 mid because of the what happened at Drake and the contest and things like this. But you should even still look for ways to defend that big wave so that it does work for you. Here we're seeing some of that, but not quite. Yeah, he just got one kill. Yeah, Nintendo wants this so badly. He's winning the place with LeBlanc, so I'd like to see that. Um, but yeah, you need to defend those type of ways because those are the ways that are gonna give you more than just the turrets. Those are the ones that can give you the incubator turrets. But that didn't happen here, so yeah, LeBlanc. LeBlanc's one of the really good champions right now. After of course, the meta ones like Akali, Aatrox, all we got those champions are really insane. Then there's like Kaisa, Alistar, and even some. And then you have those like LeBlanc and Rise, which are always good. So yeah, Sneaky didn't do the Vanishes Veil, which has seen a lot of play recently. You can see like the Vanishes Veil after your first two items as the 80, or what it used to be the 80 Kaisa, which is whatever, but Vanishes Veil can be really good against the block and Signoni. So Signoni was flanking them and she got caught in the process, so now this is a lost fight to for Kaboom. So Zioni was she was looking to like turn there on C9, but then he got spotted, and when that happens, you're basically out of position because your team cannot follow up yet. While you were trying to get the position to then look for the engage in your team to follow up. If you get caught in the process, then there's no way back. Like you're just gonna instantly die, and your team cannot help you out from that part sometimes. Sneaky went in. Um, he has GA, so he also has Lantern. 4 man towns, and then you on those, and yeah, that's just yeah, that's GG. I think. LeBlanc's gonna spawn one. She's probably down, dead anyways. Yeah, CN's winning. That wasn't a clean win, and I think that Kaboom really show up. They really played well this game. So yeah, that was game 4 from day 3.